What's up guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Nelson and today I'm inside a 2008 G35X, baby. Woo! Let's start her up, see how she sounds. Put down on the brake. Ooh, she sounds really good. What do you guys think? Let's test out this transmission, see how she feels. It's 100% cold and we're shifting in between the gears. And backup camera, nice. I had no idea. I didn't know the G35 came with a backup camera. I thought it was only the reamp G37. She feels really, really good. 10,800 and we're asking 10,900. So what do you guys think about the price? Is that way too much for an Infiniti G35 2008? An X, baby, all-wheel drive V6 3.5 comfort and style is what we're saying. It's got 166 original miles, no accidents, whatever, personal vehicle. All California, baby, so no rust. So guys, let's go on our test drive right off the bat. This thing's got a lot of power, but this road sucks. I hate these bumps. But man, I'm already feeling the power. Legendary Nissan 3.5 liter. But the first thing I do want to talk about this vehicle is the outside is the paint. It is white, and I gotta tell you, the best color for any vehicle is white, 100%. I don't care who you are, what you are, it is white. When we're talking about reliability, we're talking low maintenance. Say the vehicle is starting to fade. You're looking at a vehicle, maybe you're trying to buy it, and it has just a little fade spot. If it's a dark color, that fade spot's gonna get bigger, faster, compared to a light color. The sun's not gonna be beating it up as much, and it's just gonna last you longer, which is what maintenance is all about, right? How long something's gonna last you. Just something to consider. I'm not telling you guys buy this, buy that. I'm just saying that the color to me, white, is my favorite. Also guys, like, comment, subscribe. Woo! Oh man, I only got 26 miles till empty. No! Oh my god! This thing's got the power, I love it! Woo! Oh, do I have my brake light? What was that? Holy cow. I think it's that all-wheel drive. This thing flies, but I have no gas. Oh my god. Jesus, I had no idea this thing was crazy like that. I'm already going 70 miles an hour, and I mean, that was quick. I'm going 80. A little shakiness in the wheel, but it does have those low pro beautiful rims. Those are the ones that you want to get. But oh my god, this thing flies. It's got to be that all-wheel drive. I mean, it's so sticky to the floor, it just grabs and goes. No wonder this vehicle is worth more than just a stock normal G35. But I will tell you this, these G35s, especially this year, are kind of a must buy. The older G35s, I'm gonna tell you to stay 100% away from them. Wait, is that the first gen? Yeah, first gen G35 is terrible. Then they came up with the second gen, which is this year, and then they have kind of like a third gen, but they call it the G37. I think that the first gen was just so bad that they wanted to remake it all and stay away from G35, so they named it the G37, which I really like too. But the G35 and the G37, these are basically like the same thing. The only thing that's different is maybe like navigation, backup camera, some interior, little bit of exterior things, rims, but they really look the exact same. So, but they're a lot more expensive. And you can see we've wasted a lot of gas. So I hit my brakes pretty tough, and there's a little bit of shaking, so maybe a little bit in the rotors. But this thing runs amazing with 166,000 miles. This thing slow is just such a joy. I really like city driving with it. I think this is a really excellent city driver. So if you were commuting, this would not necessarily be the best car, just because on the freeway, I mean, every car just drives straight, but right here in the city, when you're taking these turns and driving and stopping and going is the best thing about this car. You're commuting, buy a commuter car, because that's, you know, you're gonna be saving money on gas. But if you can buy something like this, don't have a big commute, this is perfect. And man, you just hear the exhaust and you can say, ah, I love it. Just this giant smile on my face. This car is amazing to drive. And it's so smooth. The transmission is super smooth, motor is super smooth. I mean, wow, this is just an impressive vehicle. So I just want to tell you guys this, I'm not a big Infiniti guy. You know, I'm a little bit confused with Nissan and what's going on with them. If you guys don't know, Nissan is going through like scandals, and their CEO is like accused of kinds of stuff that you just don't want to be involved in, which totally sucks for Nissan, because I mean, when you own something like that, you love it, you want to keep it, baby it, nurture it, and that's not what Nissan's going on about. I mean, for example, I have this 2005 Nissan Frontier at my dealership right now, and it's a really good vehicle mechanically, but I mean, this body style has not changed since 2022. I think the body style just changed this year, so they've been running the same body style for almost 20 years, and that's kind of ridiculous. And when you think about parts, that's why parts on these Nissan vehicles are more expensive, because they're just dumb, they don't change. And the same part on a 2004 2005 Nissan works on a 2020 Nissan. It's ridiculous. So if you're looking at cars like this, just know that the Nissan Infiniti parts are kind of expensive, and working on them can be kind of tough. Infiniti, it looks like they are keeping up and updating their Infiniti models. For example, they had the first gen Infiniti, and they only had the first gen for a couple years because they just realized that it was so bad, and then they made the second gen, and I mean, they completely fixed like almost everything that the first gen had. The first gen, the transmission would kind of overheat and the reverse would go out, and that was really bad. Also, they had a lot of issues with the gas cluster. Almost every Infiniti G35 first gen that we had in our dealership, every single one of them had an issue with the gas cluster. Either that, or it was the fuel pumps. They had fuel pumps in the back seats, and those were just terrible, super expensive to replace, and it was just junk, man. The 350Zs, I kind of didn't have those issues, but I don't think I've had a 350Z automatic. I've only had them in 5-speed. These right here, I haven't had a 5-speed one yet, so it's going to be really interesting to get one. And this one does not have the paddle shifters here in the back. Kind of odd. But I will say, like I said, Nissan and Infiniti are kind of just one of those weird ones. How many movies do you see where the bad guy or the good guy is driving a Nissan or an Infiniti, a G35, a G37? Not a lot of movies. Not as good as they used to be, because I remember in the 80s and in the 90s, I mean, Nissan was the stuff, you know. They were known for racing, they were badass cars, and they just kind of took a wrong turn or something. I remember one time I was sitting when I was a little kid in the parking lot at like a Target or Walmart or something, and some guy pulls up in like a 240, you know, and he's in the phone, bro, talking hecka loud on the speaker, and it was here in Turlock, and he's just like, yeah, bro, I got the fastest Nissan in Turlock. Like super cool. And I look over, and man, it was this badass Nissan. And it's just crazy how the Nissan has kind of just turned into something like this, where I think Nissan and Infiniti has an issue with what kind of car is this? Is this a luxury vehicle, or is this kind of like a sport vehicle? You know what I'm saying? In the city, this thing drives amazing. It really, really does. The performance is great. The acceleration is great. The mileage is not that great. I have not gone 26 miles. It says I've wasted 13. I have not gone 13 miles. $20. Let's see how much gas we got. But I mean, that's what's going on. But in the freeway, it's kind of like a normal car. Here's these ugly bumps again, and it handles them well. So it just kind of goes to like what you need the car for. If you're looking for a commuter car, buy a commuter car. I don't think this is a correct car for commuting, just because it's got the V6. What kind of car a commuter car is? It's a Honda, you know, a 4-cylinder. And then this right here is not that. Is this a sports car? Yes. especially the X one with the all-wheel drive. This thing is 100% sport. It's badass. But if it was a normal Infiniti, I don't know if this would be sport. Is it luxury? It is luxury, but you know what the kind of luxury is here? It's kind of more like a European style. Because look at these cup holders, for example. You see this cup holder? It's not even big enough to hold my water bottle. So that's a little disappointing, and that's kind of like the European style. You know, even the steering wheel, I like the steering wheel. I love the steering wheel, but it's kind of just flat. And even the seats, they have this European look to them. The body, I'm not gonna complain about the body. I love the body. I think the body is sexy as hell. And I love that it's in white. It's got all the right stuff. So I just think they have this issue with who they are, what they are. But at the exact same time, you know, you hear me talking all this shade, but I'm not. If you're interested in a Nissan or an Infiniti, G35, G37, don't listen to me. Go out there and buy what you guys want to buy. I think this Nissan is great. You know, I've been driving it pretty hard for a good 10-15 minutes. Everything is holding up. It's idling perfect. Temperature's fine. But man, when this thing grabs, it grabs. Do have Navi. Let's enter that. Ooh, nice navigation, phone. So it probably has some type of Bluetooth. Now it has this super fancy clock, but I mean, it's 2:30. You know, I'm pretty sure the sound system is amazing.
They're located throughout the city. The subway system can also be used as a bomb shelter.
That was maxed out, and it sounded super nice and crisp. I do have the AC. I've had the AC running because it's a nice warm day. And you see when I push this button, it just shows up here. I got it on face. Oh, it feels so nice. Dual controls. Let's turn it off now because I'm going to be turning. Oh, I got heated seats. Snow mode. That's so tight. Where is it to open the gas? This is just a glove thing. Glove box. Nothing for gas here, but it does have a lock. My sunroof. Let's see. Does it say on for my lights? And here's my sunroof. 166,000 miles and still working and running good. This interior, I mean, it is in perfect, just about excellent condition. You don't get a whole lot of space over here in the back seats, but it is looking really good. Headliner's just about perfect. Sunroof. 100% in love with the tilt on this G35. Up in your face. I'm not super in love with that just because it's electrical. I'd rather have it mechanical. That way, if it ever fails, it's probably easier to fix. Trunk. That's where you put the slot for the key, motor. Video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.